A retired high school science teacher from Long Island, New York, bought a 1966 Volvo P1800 for $4,150. He drove it to work every single day. He drove it on weekends. He drove it on road trips across 49 states and through Canada and Mexico. By the time he died in November 2018, that car had 3.2 million miles on the odometer, a Guinness World Record that still stands. His name was Irv Gordon, and the most remarkable part of his story isn't the number, it's that for the last million-plus miles, he said the car had never broken down, never failed to start, and always takes me where I want to go. The American car industry has spent decades telling you that the average vehicle lifespan is around 150,000 to 200,000 miles. That figure gets repeated in dealerships, insurance ads, and trade-in pitches because it's good for business. What those same sources don't emphasize is that Consumer Reports, after surveying hundreds of thousands of vehicle owners in 2024 and 2025, found that Toyota, Honda, and a handful of other models routinely pass 200,000 miles with minimal issues, and a growing subset push well past 300,000. The cars aren't special, the maintenance habits are. The oil change is not a myth. Let's start with the most argued about topic in automotive maintenance, because it directly determines whether your engine survives or quietly destroys itself from the inside. Irv Gordon changed his oil every 3,000 to 3,500 miles every single time using Castrol oil and genuine Volvo filters, always the same brand. Not because he was superstitious, because, as he put it, surprises are nice at birthday parties, but you don't want them under your car's hood. He changed the transmission fluid every 25,000 miles without exception. Over 3.2 million miles, the engine was disassembled twice. First at 680,000 miles, and again in 2009 when he had trouble on Rocky Mountain grades. Both times, the mechanics found the internals in better shape than expected. The argument over oil change intervals got louder in the last decade, partly because manufacturers started recommending 7,500 or 10,000 mile intervals on modern vehicles. A December 2025 oil analysis study compared 3,000, 7,500, and 10,000 mile intervals using the same engine, same oil grade, and identical driving conditions. The 10,000 mile samples came back with 73 to 86% anti-wear additive depletion and a negative total base number, meaning the oil had turned chemically acidic and was working against the engine, not for it. That same study cited fleet data from 48 commercial vans. 24 ran 10,000 mile intervals. The other 24 ran 5,000 mile changes. In the 10,000 mile group, 17 engines failed before 200,000 miles at an average repair cost of $6,300. In the 5,000 mile group, only 2 failed. The lifespan gap between the two groups was 86,000 miles. Put plainly, change your oil every 5,000 miles with full synthetic, and you are statistically buying yourself 50,000 to 90,000 additional miles on the same engine. At $60 to $80 per oil change, the math isn't close. What happens to the transmission? The transmission is the second most expensive component to replace in a car, and the one most people ignore until it fails. A full automatic transmission replacement in the US runs between $3,000 and $5,000. A fluid change costs $100 to $200. Major transmission manufacturers, ZF and Aisin, which supply gearboxes to Chrysler, Toyota, and dozens of other brands, both recommend fluid changes every 50,000 to 80,000 miles, regardless of what any owner's manual says about lifetime fluid. That phrase refers to the warranty period, typically 5 years or 100,000 miles. After that, you're on your own. A Cable Dharma Chrysler service director put it plainly. The confusion around lifetime transmission fluid has led many drivers to neglect this critical maintenance. Unfortunately, this often results in transmission problems appearing between 80,000 and 120,000 miles. That's the exact window when cars get traded in, which is, not coincidentally, when the dealership would prefer you buy something new. Victor Shepard bought a 2007 Toyota Tundra and drove approximately 125,000 miles per year on long-haul trips across the country. He hit 1 million miles in under a decade. When Toyota found out, they gave him a brand new Tundra and pulled his old one apart to study it. The engineers found the transmission in serviceable condition. Shepard's service records showed consistent fluid changes throughout. The cooling system. Nobody talks about engine overheating is the single fastest way to destroy a motor. A warped cylinder head costs $1,500 to $3,500 to repair. A cracked block usually means the car is totaled. Both happen when the cooling system is ignored long enough for degraded coolant to lose its temperature regulation and anti-corrosion properties. Aluminum engine components, which nearly every modern car uses, are especially vulnerable. After roughly 2 years of use, most coolants lose their anti-corrosive additives. At that point, the coolant isn't just less effective at cooling, it's actively pulling mineral deposits and metal particles through the system, clogging the radiator and the water pump. Most manufacturers recommend a coolant flush every 30,000 to 50,000 miles, or every 2 to 3 years. Most drivers do it far less frequently, or never. According to a 2025 service analysis by Bruno Automotive, a preventative coolant flush every 2 years is a small investment that can save you thousands in repairs. The flush itself typically costs between $100 and $150. An engine replacement runs $4,000 to $8,000. Driving habits are maintenance. This is where the conversation gets uncomfortable because it implies the driver is the problem, and often they are. Aggressive acceleration and hard braking don't just wear through brake pads faster, they stress the engine, the transmission, and the suspension at the same time. According to Allstate's long-running maintenance analysis, aggressive driving, hard stops and starts, and rapid acceleration add unnecessary wear and tear that accumulates over tens of thousands of miles in ways no single diagnostic scan will catch. Short trips are a separate, underrated danger. When a car never reaches full operating temperature, a 2-mile grocery run for example, water vapor builds up inside the engine and exhaust. The oil never gets hot enough to burn off the fuel dilution that occurs at cold startup. Over time, that produces engine sludge, a thick, waxy residue that blocks oil passages and accelerates wear exactly where lubrication matters most. The fix isn't avoiding short trips entirely. It's combining errands and occasionally taking a longer route home to let the engine reach temperature. Irv Gordon was asked more than once why his Volvo survived when millions of identical P1800s had been crushed. His answer never changed. It's not a miracle, it's discipline. He never let anyone else drive it except Volvo technicians. He washed it by hand with mild soap and waxed it at least twice a year, not for aesthetics, but because rust starts at chips and scratches, and a clean car is one you can actually inspect properly. Tires, brakes, and the things people skip tire rotation is recommended every 5,000 to 7,500 miles on most vehicles. Front and rear tires wear at different rates. When that wear becomes uneven, it shifts how the vehicle handles, increases force transmitted through the suspension, and puts irregular stress on wheel bearings and steering components. A $20 rotation extends tire life by 20 to 30% and keeps the suspension from absorbing forces it was never designed to absorb unevenly. Not all platforms make 500,000 miles equally likely. Consumer Reports 2024 and 2025 data consistently place Honda and Toyota at the top. The Honda Accord, Toyota Camry, Toyota Prius, Honda Civic, and Mazda 3 appear repeatedly among vehicles confirmed past 200,000 miles in owner surveys. The Toyota Tundra has now produced 2 confirmed million-mile trucks, both serviced at the same dealership in Louisiana. The second owner was Joe Lo Cicero, a master mechanic and former vehicle inspector who knew exactly what he was doing and did it without exception. A May 2026 Top Gear analysis of UK vehicle data found that over 2,000 British cars have crossed the 500,000-mile threshold. The breakdown skewed heavily Japanese and Swedish. Of the German brands, only specific Mercedes-Benz diesel models appeared consistently at that mileage range. The American entries, Ford Crown Victoria specifically, made the list largely on the strength of New York City taxi fleets, which stacked up 300,000 plus miles in stop-and-go conditions because the drivers were disciplined about service schedules, not because the platform was exceptional. The mechanic relationship nobody prioritizes. Irv Gordon's 10th tip, listed alongside oil changes, tire pressure, and weekly underhood checks, was one most owners never consider. Develop a good working relationship with your dealer and mechanic. Both are your partners over the long run. If they know you're a serious, regular customer, they'll give you the help and advice you need, as you need it. That's more practical than it sounds. A mechanic who sees your car every 5,000 miles builds pattern recognition. He knows what your power steering pump sounded like 6 months ago, and he'll catch a change in tone before it becomes a parts failure. You can't replicate that with a code reader you plug in twice a year. The owner's manual is the most ignored document in most people's cars. Gordon told every interviewer he sat with to read it, not skim it, read it. The Reddit r/Car Talk community, a forum with hundreds of thousands of active automotive members, landed on the same conclusion in a 2024 longevity maintenance discussion. Check the rear of your manual. It contains a maintenance timetable. Each model has its own schedule. Various sources may give different intervals, but the manual is the baseline. The number that puts it in perspective. The average American spends $10,728 per year owning a new vehicle, according to AAA's most recent annual driving cost study. That includes depreciation, insurance, fuel, and maintenance. A car that reaches 500,000 miles instead of 150,000 miles at 15,000 miles driven per year gives you an extra 23 years of service. Against a new car purchase cycle, that's potentially $246,744 in avoided costs, even after factoring in every service appointment along the way. The habits that get you there aren't complicated or expensive relative to the alternative. They're just consistent, and consistency is apparently rarer than most people think because most cars don't make it past 150,000 miles, while Irv Gordon was still driving his past 3 million. What's the highest mileage you've personally put on a single car? And when you look back at how you maintained it, do you think that made the difference, or did something else get it? Drop the number and the story in the comments. I'll be reading them. If this kind of content is worth your time, subscribe. A lot more is coming.